Again, everyone, this is the Cuisinart electronic yogurt maker with automatic cooling, and I'm going to go a little bit faster than I did with my Mr. Coffee latte maker, simply because it's a longer process. And with the latte maker, I wanted to intentionally take you through the entire process so you could see that it takes 8 minutes from start to finish. This one takes several hours. Anyway, here we go. This is the box that it comes in. And this here is the instruction manual, and it's very important that you understand that you turn it over to the recipe booklet, open it up to the first page, and this is one way to make yogurt. This is the way I did it, but the very first time I did a different variation in that I heated up the milk. So here's what I did. I went to the store and I bought some whole milk, and so whole milk was recommended. Eventually I'm going to try non-fat, see what happens. I went and bought Sharpie Greek Yogurt, and this is plain yogurt. I read somewhere that the thicker the yogurt, the better the result, and so I bought the Greek yogurt on purpose. The main thing in buying plain yogurt, and let me just focus in here, is that it has to have live and active cultures. So the nice thing about the Chobani, and there are a few others, is that it says it only has cultured, pasteurized, non-fat milk, live and active cultures, and these are the cultures. That's all there is, but you have to have the live cultures. The other thing that I read is don't mix different types of starters because different bacteria aren't meant to coexist. So these two bacteria coexist quite well, but if you use a different yogurt or a different yogurt starter and you mix it together, you're going to have problems. So here's how it goes. Very first time I did it, and let me focus again. Very first time I did it, I took 4 cups of milk. I put it into a 4-cup glass measuring cup, which I don't have on the counter right now, and I heated it up. On Amazon, I purchased this frothing thermometer, and let me just, I moved it so it's rocking. But I did this. So the thing is that it goes up to 180 degrees. And I put it in the microwave for 6 minutes. I put a 4-cup glass measuring cup with 4 cups of milk into the microwave for 6 minutes. I stirred it, put it in for another 2. It heated it up to 180 degrees. This does something to the lactose in the milk, and you suppose you get a better result. Some people do it on the stove. Some people use a water method where they place the pot of milk into another pot with water in it to keep it from scalding, things like that. Some people keep it at 180 degrees for 20 minutes. I just took it up to 180 degrees, and then I put it in an ice bath in a pot with some ice water. I set the measuring cup in that until it got down to 110 degrees. I took 6 ounces, and this is what I used. I took 6 ounces of the Chobani yogurt, and it was sitting there getting to room temperature while I waited. And so I then put it into a container. There's the container. I put 4 cups of milk that was 110 degrees. I added 6 ounces of plain yogurt that had live cultures in it, and I whisked it really well, and then I poured that into the yogurt maker. Now inside here, now there's a cover here. I just started this one. There's a cover. This comes off. There's a little container. The thing I like about this is not only does it have automatic cooling at the end of the fermentation cycle, but it also has a nice big container. You don't have several. If you remember the old-fashioned yogurt makers, it doesn't have separate little jars. You just put everything into one nice container. What's really nice is 4 cups of milk will fill. If I was to save this and clean it, I could put my finished yogurt directly into it. You can see here that there's a scoop that it comes with. This is the whole unit. When you plug it in, it automatically goes to 8 hours in terms of your fermentation time. You can change that by using the buttons here. If at the end of 8 hours it's not cultured enough, you can add more time to it. That's not a problem, even if the cooling cycle has begun. But if you overcook the yogurt, you will ruin it. And so they say in the warnings, don't eat yogurt that smells bad, tastes bad. If it's really separated, there's a lot of whey, which is the clear liquid, and curds. Just be very careful. And so you could start out, but what I did is I took the warm milk, I took the room temperature yogurt, I mixed it together, I put it in here, and it made incredible yogurt. And so that's what I did. Now, here's what I'm doing right now, is I took cold milk right from the refrigerator. I filled this up to 5 cups. Then I took 6 ounces of the yogurt right from the fridge. I whisked it up. I poured it into the machine. I didn't heat it. I didn't let it go to room temperature. I didn't do anything. And now I've started an 8-hour cycle, and I'm going to see what happens. And so I'm not sure. It may work, it may not work, but the first batch was perfect. Now I'm going to play and see if it works without the extra step of heating up the milk. Later on, if that works, then I'll start trying non-fat milk. Then I'm also going to try, probably for the non-fat milk, I'm going to try and take the yogurt that I made. This is the store-bought starter. I'm going to take the yogurt that I made, and I'm going to take 6 ounces of it and try it as a starter. And we'll see what happens. So that's all for right now. Hope you enjoyed this video. Send comments to me. I appreciate everything that people say. And so you take care. Bye-bye.